Hey guys, look what we've got here. A lonely little Nintendo Switch Lite that I modded last year with a PicoFly chip. Yeah, this poor thing has been chilling in my storage for over a year, just sitting there like a forgotten Tamagotchi. Why didn't I sell it, you ask? Well, it's kinda battle tested. Let's just say it has more scratches than a cat fight and more dust than my attic. Definitely not something I'd hand to a paying customer unless I wanted to get roasted in the reviews. So it sat there until a couple of days ago when fate decided to troll me. My personal daily switch, the one eye baby, decided to grow a mind of its own. After 3 months of not playing, I turned it on, and boom, joystick drift so bad I didn't even have to touch the stick. Link just started walking off cliffs by himself like he was done with life. How? Why? I have no idea. Maybe joysticks just slowly die of loneliness when you ignore them. Anyway, I thought, no problem. I'll just grab the backup switch from storage. I dusted it off, got Darksiders 2 ready to play, and guess what? A couple of buttons decided to go on strike. They worked before, but now? Dead. So yeah, here I am, with two half-broken switches and a sudden urge to make another video about joystick surgery. So yeah, I decided to crack open the console and swap out the broken buttons. Easy fix, right? Turns out it actually is pretty simple. All you need is two different screwdrivers and the courage of someone who's already voided their warranty 3 times this year. The process is straightforward. See a screw? Unscrew it. See a cable? Yank it out. Gently, unless you like living dangerously. It's not rocket science. Anyone can do it. As long as their hands grow out of their shoulders and not, the other place. So yeah, I'm just going to speed up the video here. There's really nothing exciting to see. Just me taking out a bunch of tiny screws, like I'm defusing a bomb. The only thing worth mentioning is this. When you get to the speaker part, you actually don't need to remove the top 2 bolts. Those little bolts are just holding the case together. They're not attached to the motherboard. Pretty simple stuff. And there we go. Controller board is out. Luckily, I already have a 100% working replacement board that I pulled from a dead switch. You can also buy these boards online for like $5 to $10, which is super convenient. And best part, no soldering required. So I'm just going to swap in the new board, throw everything back together in reverse order. Pretty easy stuff, just take your time. And for the love of Nintendo, don't lose any screws. All right, board swapped, everything screwed back in, time for the big moment. Let's power on the switch and launch our custom firmware. Okay, let's fire up the button tester and see if these little guys actually work this time. And as Donkey Kong would say, suck on my banana. It still doesn't work. Exact same problem as before. Everything works perfectly, except those 2 buttons. After about 10 minutes of staring at the controller, I realized that if you want to figure out why the buttons aren't working, you've got to think like a button. I kept asking myself, What would make me refuse to press? And that's when I decided it was time to disassemble a little further. So I removed the speaker, took off the shield. By the way, you can see our little PicoFly chip still hanging out there. Then I spotted it. Damage on the controller cable. See this little bar? Yeah, it's got some marks, probably from the shield pressing too hard. That's definitely our culprit. So I grabbed a replacement cable. Well, technically, it's just a cable from my donor Nintendo Switch and installed it on top of the motherboard as a temporary fix. Moment of truth. Let's fire up the console, launch our custom firmware, and see if the buttons finally decide to cooperate. And hallelujah, it's all working now. Buttons actually work like they're supposed to. Let's dive into Darksiders and see if this controller can survive some actual gameplay. So yeah, guys, this was just a spontaneous little video. If it helps anyone out, awesome. If not, well, at least you gotta watch me stare at a Switch for way too long. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. It really helps a lot. Oh, and this is just part 1. There's going to be a part 2 where I take this console even further. I'm not making it better per se, but I am planning a longer, full-on refurb video. I'll be swapping in a new shell. That full refurb will be up on the channel, and this console will be available for sale around mid-October on our website. Also, exciting news, I'm planning to add more Switches to the website. I didn't have much time for Switches before, but now I've got a bit more breathing room. Expect all Switch Lite colors, custom shells, OLED switches, and some cool accessories. Plus, I'm going to make a couple of tutorials, so there's plenty more coming your way. So yeah, subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.